Time now, but that doesn't make sense. But first, it's time now for my first guest. That doesn't make sense, does it? She's been drinking on that horse queue again, has she? It's the man who makes mornings worth waking up for. Nothing is worth waking up for, as far as I'm concerned. It's not. He might be, yes. No, listen, as mornings are a near-death experience for me. Seriously. I get up and I sit on the couch like this for an hour. No telly, no radio, no nothing. Cup of tea. That's it. But this man he is. Because what he does is he guides us through the latest fashions and sexual health issues every day on This Morning. He even manages to keep that wild thing, Fern Britain, under control. Will you please welcome the one and only Mr. Phillip Schofield. Let me hear. So you brought the fan club with you?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Mostly my family.
How are they? Do these follow you down the street?
Yeah. How are you? You're right.
Throwing knickers at you?
Getting a bit scared now.
I've just been given this Tahitian noni juice.
Oh, it's good for you.
Is it?
Yeah, it stinks, though. Smell it.
Oh, do you want a glass?
Yeah, go on. One, maybe not a full glass, but just a little bit.
Do you want anything in it?
It's one of the... No, that would be a good
little
idea,
vodka, little gin.
Yeah, this was part of my morning regime.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was. I haven't done it for a little while.
Well, Bert said, you can't get it anymore. Which means now somebody will send in crates of this muck. And I'm going to be expected to drink
It's the same as all things. If it's supposed to be doing you good, then it tastes disgusting.
Do you when you go to the supermarket, do you say, I'm going to buy a load of fruit and lettuce and all this and get it home, and the ice cream is gone and the other stuff rots?
I'll tell you what we started to do. We get organic boxes of vegetables that arrive now at the door, and they come every Tuesday, and it's like Christmas every Tuesday, and you open the door, and she's just put them on the step, and you walk out, and you've got, what's in here? A bit of beetroot, bit of this, bit of that. That's nice. I like it.
I grow my own.
Do you?
Yes. Oh, yes. No, honestly, I do. Seriously.
Do you weeding and all the stuff?
I don't do that, no. I go out and point. Isn't that lovely?
So you point at the vegetables?
Somebody puts it in for me, and I pick them.
What part of that is growing your own?
Well, it's my garden.
It's your garden.
Yes, exactly. Well, I get somebody in the village to do it, Bob and Timmy. They come in and do it for me, and I go and I put the manure on and all that kind of stuff, and I do a bit of turning over, but I kill them, you see.
Do you?
So I'm forbidden to go near them. Because if I go in the allotments, they all shrivel up. They go, no. Do you know what? This is very nice. I take that back.
It's taking years off you. I can see it
Has
already. Your face is
all gone, all tightened. Yeah. What do you mean taking years off me?
I'm 83.
I was burned 200 years ago. Spitalfield Market for Hennessy. Listen, are you still getting... This is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
Actually,
bad.
if you're going to send us in crates of Tahitian noni-juice, we'd be very welcome. Why is it so good? It's full of enzymes and riboflavonoids and...
That's why I buy it.
Polyunsaturates. What are they? It's very nice, isn't it? Are you still getting letters about the vasectomy?
Oh, not mine, not mine.
Do you know what? I must tell you, my mate rang me up and said, Phillip Schofield's on this morning having a vasectomy. I said, no, seriously. Tell it on quick.
Well, that was... what a sight to behold that was. Last turkey in the shop before Christmas. What a brave man to agree to have it done on television. It was all part of a very important week that sort of forwarding vasectomies, and that, that's the way to go. That's the sort of sexual well-being. And they said, will you travel across town in the commercial break, get on a taxi bike, race across town, and there's this bloke all prepped and ready to have his vasectomy. And they said, obviously it's not going to hurt, so that's fine. And
I don't believe them when they say that.
Well, they gave him the anaesthetic, and that made him wince. And so, you could hear my toes scraping the inside of my shoes.
Like wavers.
So then a little bit more. You need a little bit more. Yes, a little bit more. And eventually they sort of numbed him down. And with this little, like a pen, with like an arc lamp at the end of this pen, just went... like that. Puff of smoke. Smell of, bacon. and pulled out this sort of wormy type thing. zapped it with the pen and said...
In the face.
They said, there you go, you're done. And that was it.
And apparently you can go back to work straight after it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I did.
What do you say when you go into it and say, Philip, you're doing a live for sex this morning, over you go?
Well, there are things... About 3 or 4 years ago, before I started this morning, if someone had said that to me, my mouth would have been open. I would have not believed my ears. But now, we just sort of take it all in our stride.
But you cope so well with all this
stuff. The stuff I've done, the things I've discussed. So that I can't imagine now that there'd be anything that would surprise me.
I'd laugh, you say. I'm sorry, I'd
You've got to have an air of sensitivity about you. You can't have a man who's lying down there with his malarkey out and there's a guy coming towards him with an arc sparking pen and you burst out laughing.
I'd roar laughing. I'd say, you're going to regret this, pal. Oh, yes. What's beef dunking? That was your favourite item, wasn't it?
That was, I think... Fern and I get into trouble because we just have exactly the same sense of humour, and we laughed. I think we laughed for about 30 seconds. No one said it. We didn't speak.
That's what's great about your show, because you're always roaring laughing.
We've done an item in the morning about dunking biscuits in tea, which I don't like. Fern does, and I don't like, because I said it's messy. I've fallen off, I've gone on your shoe and all that business. And so we've done that. I said, no, I don't like dunking. And then later on, we had a lovely piece of beef that had been cooked, which we cut a slice off, took the slice, dipped it in some mustard, and Fern said, you see, you don't mind dunking a bit of beef, do you?
So off you go.
And we laughed. I think actually they had to eventually thought they're never going to get this together. They're going to have to take a commercial break.
I love it though. There was one where Fern sat slightly in front of you and she's doing a very serious item, and you're behind, and you're not even like, you're just rocking with laughter.
Well, when we start, and we've said, because if it's something serious, because you never know what's coming next. It could be something very serious. And we're not allowed to look, don't look. And we've read pieces when you can't see us and we're reading over, so look when she's like that, reading, don't look at me, don't shift your shoulders, you moved your shoulders. She said to me once, you made me laugh because you breathed. I said, what?
But that's what's great. I sit and watch the programme and I think they're going to go any minute now, because I can see it in your eyes and I can see Fern doing this, the move, and I think they're going to go off any minute.
It's such good fun.
It's a great show to watch, though. It really is. It's a great show. I always like doing it. And I get the call to come and do this morning. I really seriously always enjoy going in, because it's nice and easy. And
it's a nice atmosphere as well. It's such a lovely family. So
it is.
It's fun.
Now, I was reading all your night. You started off in New Zealand.
Yeah, we went over there in, I think, 1980 until 1984, and I'd worked here a little bit as a bookings clerk, and then we went out to New Zealand, and I lied about my age and got a job in television, and that's where I started, because it was terrific. You could do anything. There was no, that's not your job. Don't do that. So I was instantly doing production stuff,
so you learned
direction,
everything,
all over there.
Shazam, was it?
Yes, it was. Don't tell me you haven't.
We have.
Oh no.
Yes.
No,
let's talk to you, Philip. Yes. Let's have a look at Philip.
Hi, Shazam time again, and another busy half hour ahead. Let's kick off with a lady called Natasha and Aiko. His concert tours have included Russia, and his football team has toured China. He married recently, and while in Christchurch, I finally got to meet the man called Elton.
And now your host for the show, Mr. Shazam himself, Phillip Schofield.
Hooray! Oh, thank you. That's hideous, isn't it? I mean, admittedly, it was the 80s, but there's still no excuse for that. Those glasses were like a re-entry shield.
And the barbers. Like over one eye, got a whiff of Hitler there.
That's an arrestable offence.
Are you still well known in New Zealand? If you go over to people, go, oh, Shazam.
Well, I haven't been for quite a long... Yeah, there's that bloke with the dodgy clothes. I haven't been over for quite a long time. The last time I was over was for a telethon. But the lovely thing is, only 3 million people, so you get to get well known very quickly. Yeah. They were lovely people.
Does your clean-cut image bother you?
Well, I don't know what it means really, because if anyone who watches the 2 hours that we do on a weekday morning will know that there's not a lot that's clean cut about the stuff.
There isn't. This is it.
But I get away with murder.
It's quite subversive this morning, isn't it?
I get away with murder. If I'm in my car and someone cuts me up and I lean out the window and go, "What the hell?" Oh, that's it. They'll go, "Well, that's not Philip Schofield. That couldn't be that nice Philip Schofield. He'd never do it." But I get away with murder.
And do you do that kick off if someone cuts you up?
I can be a bit like Victor Meldrew sometimes. Yeah, I do a bit, but just occasionally. I find as you get older, I can't keep quiet in front of the television anymore.
No, I never could.
I shout at the TV. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's
4x4s drive me mad.
Do they?
Yeah. No, and there's normally got a sign on the back saying "Baby on board," like I care. So what? You're a prolific breeder. Congratulations. Big deal.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Drive past quietly and go shh. And there's always some woman in the front, the blonde hair, doing the school run, and they drive like Cruella de Vil on a tank and drive you off the road. And you're there in a ditch.
What
No,
is it?
not me, lady. I'll overtake and get out and tell that fortune.
What is it about men that when they get to a certain age they have to drive in a cap?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? And you know, as soon as you pull out your behind, you can see the cap in there. Think, oh, God,
And I was thinking,
20 miles an hour.
Old knit. You know when you see the cap, I think, oh, right, old knit.
And as you get older, your trousers get higher. And so all you can see is his trousers are gone. It's like legs and a cap driving the car.
And there's another terrible thing. You break wind when you run. Don't you? You do. But you do. I do. I know I do. If I ever get the bus and I run, I go, oh, no. And it's so embarrassing.
Well, but you remind me not ever to stand behind you whilst running out the building.
I tell you what, I think this stuff gets you a bit giddy, doesn't it? I'll give Kelly some when she comes on. So we'll all go out now after this. We'll be out till all hours. Philip Schofield,
Thank
come
you
on,
very
let's see you. This is lovely. Do you have this every morning?
A little bit of that, yeah.
Well, I'd recommend this gear. It's really nice. If you're going to send me a case, please do, and send Philip a couple of cases. I'm fair. Any presents we gratefully receive. Cash as well. No, don't send that, because pensioners send me money. See, I get a little envelope with a £5 note in it and things saying buy yourself something. Oh,
What have you bought yourself?
Nothing. I send it back.
Oh, yeah, quite right,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I can't go keeping pensioners £5. Don't send the money, send your pension book. Anyway, don't forget, £10,000 cash will be won by somebody.